style of practice that we're going to have really well. A lot of details that still need to get fixed, but that was good effort and intensity.
Did anybody, we didn't ask you this yesterday or 2 days ago, did anyone leave the team after winter workouts, or is the whole roster still intact?
No, and any roster changes that have happened, you guys know about.
What did you hope to accomplish today, and what brings you?
Well, we got to be compliant with NCAA rules. By practicing today, we were able to count this as a practice week, and we had meetings all week with the guys, which really got us ahead as far as schemes on both sides of the ball. I also thought it was good to get these guys a taste of what practice is like before they go on spring break. Hopefully that'll discourage a little extracurricular over spring break if they know they got to come back and work like this. But shoot, we practiced early, and we're forced to because of schedule, and most of the team was here at 4:30 ready to go, and that shows me a lot of intensity and that a lot of guys care about what we're trying to get done.
Do you have a message for those guys as they depart now?
Be smart. We talk about taking care of the brother to your left and the brother to your right, making good decisions. We don't have a lot of rules around here. It's just do the right thing. And these guys are going to be faced with a lot of decisions over the next week. Want to have them make good decisions so we get the whole team back. Also want to have them make the type of decisions that will help them be ready to practice when they return.
Scott, this is the first time you got to see the quarterbacks actually throw footballs. What's the impression of that group on limited day one?
Yeah, quarterback's the toughest job. I mean, it takes the longest to get comfortable, the longest to learn. You know, they have to know what all 11 guys on offense are doing, not just their job. And I was really impressed with how well they took to it today. They've had a lot of training in the classroom already with Coach Verduzco, and I thought all the guys functioned pretty well today.
What's Noah Vedral been able to bring, just knowing that he almost is an extension of you guys knowing your entire system already?
Yeah, Noah's ahead because Noah's had a whole year in it, and you can kind of see that polish and that refinement and just the ease with which he sees things and makes decisions. And he's been a big piece of our installation because he's able to be out here with the guys when we're not, and if there's any questions, Noah knows the answer to them.
How much can a guy like Stanley help the wide receivers who haven't been around like he has?
Stanley's a real guy. It was fun to watch him run around and catch balls today. He's what we want in this offense. He's taken over a leadership role and done a good job with that. We're glad to have him on the team. He's going to be a big part of what we do.
The pace specifically, how did you guys handle it the first day? And when you started at Central Florida, how long did it kind of take for guys to realize this is how it goes?
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that I loved that team down there. Our whole coaching staff did. And I'd go to battle with those guys anytime. That being said, this was quite a bit better first day than we had on our first day down there. I think the guys were a little more mentally prepared for it. As coaches, we were all a little better because we've been through this process before, and I was really impressed with the execution and understanding what we're trying to get done on day one.
What feedback did you get from your assistants on how the meetings went this week, and what were you able to impart this week to your players?
We've gotten a lot done in meetings. We've had opportunities either through voluntary meetings or meetings this week to get with the guys a lot. It's a big difference for us as a coaching staff that this whole group's been together for 2 years. You know, some of the continuity in Nebraska's coaching staff for a lot of years made a difference in how good we were. When we were starting this process 2 years ago with this coaching staff, there were still coaches learning the schemes on both sides. Now everybody knows the schemes, they know their role, and it's run a lot smoother, and I think our team mentally is way ahead of where I expected it to be.
Scott, from a conditioning standpoint, what do you tell your players next week to do to not really lose time?
Yeah, these guys have made a lot of gains. We had a lot of ground to cover to get guys stronger, to get guys in better shape, to get guys leaner. They've made a lot of ground up in 8 weeks with Zach. I told them on the field just now to make sure and not give all that back over the course of the next week. We want them to be active, not killing themselves this week. It should be a rest week, but we want it to be active rest where they're still moving and making decisions where they're not going to give their gains back.
Scott, when you first started doing morning practices, did you have concerns about how the
No, I didn't ask the players their opinion when we moved to morning practices, but I'm a believer in it. This is earlier than I want to go, but the schedule right now dictates that. Listen, our kids will be better football players, better students, and better citizens on campus when we get our work done in the morning. And That's what we're trying to get done, and the guys have responded well to it.
Do you know for sure in the fall if you're going to do morning practices in the fall as well?
We're working through that schedule right now. Especially in the fall, it's important to us because of our structure and how we prepare guys for games. We want to get our work done as early as we can to recover them and have them be fresh for football games.
Coach Osborne had morning practices. How would you have responded?
I would have come when Coach Osborne told me to come, which is what I expect them to do. But again, even when I was a student, I was a decent student, but if there was a choice to get up in the morning and go to class or stay in bed, sometimes I made the wrong choice. None of these guys are going to miss practice. So we're going to get them up and get them moving. We'll have better attendance at classes. We'll have better attentiveness at classes. And these guys are going to flourish better on and off the field because of it.
You announced your camps yesterday. One of them was the Friday Night Lights camp. Is that structure going to be similar to the way it was last year, open to the fans, that kind of thing? Or no?
I heard about that last year. Nebraska fans, if we have something that's open to them, they're going to come, and I know that, and that can be a real benefit to us in recruiting. The one thing we got to determine yet is if the lights are going to be ready. They're working on the lights this summer, and got to make sure that we have the lights so we can call it Friday Night Lights. But we're looking to have a similar structure to what they had.
You talked about buy-in, but Gerald and Nick on Wednesday both talked about being willing to be part of their last year, being a part of the foundation here. Have you sensed that from a couple older guys that are here and getting toward that end?
Gerald's been a really good leader. Stoltenberg, Stilley, Stanley. We have some older guys that have bought in, and that's important because those have to be the guys that are holding everybody else accountable. But there's nothing better as an athlete or just as a human being than being part of something that's bigger than just yourself. And I think these guys are starting to feel that, and we'll keep building it.
Hey, Scott, what was this like for you today, your first practice here at Nebraska, and getting this thing going and actually getting on the field with these guys?
It's special for me to be back here. This is a little different setting than what I was used to practicing in, but seeing that N up there is special to me. Once you get on the field and practice starts, it's practice, and I could be in Siberia or Yemen for all I know. It's practice, but when we take time to step back and look at things, being back here in Lincoln is pretty special to me.
Coffee guy?
I had a couple cups of coffee this morning. Had to get going.
What do you put?
I foofy mine up a little bit. I'm not a straight black guy. Coach Shenander just sticks with black coffee. I have to sweeten it up.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.